fast. It's scintillating. It's poetry in motion. Kuchipudi, one of India's classical treasures from the southern states of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh.
Namaskaram. Welcome to Natya Tarangini's Unfolding of Kuchipudi, where we bring to you the history of Kuchipudi.
Like in the previous videos, we spoke about the origin of this art form, and now we bring to you the story of the Trailblazing Trios.
Three gurus that made Kuchipudi what it is today.
This centuries-old art has rich history, passion, drama,
and a whole lot of footwork. Let's rewind a bit and see how this dance transformed into what it is today.
How does a tradition so deeply anchored in and even named after the small hamlet of Kuchipudi transcend borders to become a globally celebrated art form?
Flashback to the early 1900s.
Kuchipudi was evolving and the three OGs from the Kuchipudi village laid the foundation.
Vempati Venkatanarayana, the Kalapa master. Kalapas, adaptations of a small episode or an incident from the Bhagavatam performed by 2 or 3 artists. Chinta Venkataramaya brought Yakshagana dramas into the mix. Yakshaganas, entire stories from the Puranas told with an amalgamation of music, dance and theatrics, including large casts of artists. Vedantam Lakshminarayana Sastri made solo Kuchipudi a thing.
Together, they shaped how Kuchipudi looked and felt during the early 1900s.
By the mid-1900s, these trailblazers had passed. But their fire didn't fade.
Their successors, Vedantam Parvatisam, trained under Chinta Venkataramaya, Vedantam Prahlada Sarma, trained under Vempati Venkatnarayana, and Vedantam Lakshminarayana Sastri, and Vempati Pedasatyam, who was initially under the direct guidance of Chinta Venkataramaya and later entrusted to Vedantam Lakshminarayana Sastri, picked up the torch.
Now comes the next wave, the ones who took Kuchipudi beyond tradition. Vedantam Parvatisam opened the very first Kuchipudi school in Gudivada in 1939. He organized the steps, created structure, and even wrote manuals to make the style easier to teach and learn. Vedantam Prahlada Sharma, a true all-rounder. He performed both male and female roles, danced in all 4 major melams, taught in kalakshetras across India. Vempati Pedda Satyam, the creative force. He trained under legends, collaborated with painters, choreographed over 300 films, and fused storytelling with movement in unforgettable ways. He even worked with Bharatanatyam and Kathakali artists.
What made it stick? It wasn't just talent, it was structure.
Pedasatyam emphasized on the necessity of establishing dance schools.
These artists didn't just perform. They also created spaces for anyone to learn Kuchipudi.
Not just those from dance families, and that was a crazy shift. What started off as an oral tradition slowly made its way into textbooks and structured lessons, wanting to make Kuchipudi more accessible and organized. From Pedasatyam's Kuchipudi Kala Vigyana Kendram at Madras, Parvatisam School in Gudivada, and Siddhendra Kalakshetra in the Kuchipudi village, to urban studios such as Gurus Yamini Reddy's Natya Tarangini and university departments, Kuchipudi started spreading fast.
ఇది ఏకపై కేవలం సాంప్రదాయం గురించి కాదు, భవిష్యత్తు కోసం కూచిపూడిని సిద్ధం చేయడం కోసం.
Thanks to them, you can now learn this 500-year-old art form in a village, in an urban classroom,
Or even online.
What made these artists stand out? They understood that to keep an art alive, you have to let it evolve. They preserved the core of Kuchipudi, the stories, the steps, the soul, but shaped it to speak to the times. They introduced the art form to non-hereditary artists, thus increasing its presence and reach. That's how it went from rural temple stages to global festivals, big theatres, YouTube, and Instagram reels, all without losing its essence. Legends like Padma Bhushan Dr. Vempati Chinna Satyam, Padma Shri Dr. Satyanarayana Sarma, Padma Shri Dr. Sobha Naidu, our very own Padma Bhushan's Doctors Raja Radha Reddy, and many more have all shaped Kuchipudi's evolving journey.
Today, Kuchipudi is global. But beneath the glam is a deep, rich legacy carried by centuries of gurus, dreamers, rebels, and artists. Every spin, every expression you see today, that is centuries of sweat, poetry, and passion. And it all started in a village.
So next time you see a Kuchipudi performance,
Don't just clap.
Because you're witnessing history that moves.
Quite literally.
Mokshamoolam.